Good morning, everyone. This is Charalambos Pissouros, Senior Analyst at IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 21st of April. ECB to bring further easing into light. Today all the lights will be on the European Central Bank, which will meet to review its monetary policy stance. The Governing Council is expected to remain on hold in the aftermath of the surprisingly aggressive dose of stimulus introduced at the March meeting, as some of these measures are not implemented yet. We don't get any updated forecasts in April either, so we expect that the reaction in Euro is likely to be determined by President Draghi's comments at the press conference following the decision and the subsequent Q&A session. At the March conference, Draghi said that he does not anticipate to reduce rates further unless the facts change. This unleashed Euro bulls and Euro dollar skyrocketed 3.3% within a few minutes. We believe that Draghi is likely to adopt a more dovish tone this time, perhaps by stressing that rates are expected to remain low for a long time and that the bank has not run out of policy tools, thereby assuring investors that further easing remains on the table. Our view is supported by the recent strengthening of the euro and the fact that the inflation expectations have fallen back near historical lows. What is more, inflation stood at 0% in March, although bank officials have stated several times that they expect inflation to run very low or negative in coming months. Dovish comments by the ECB chief could add fuel to yesterday's slide in euro-dollar and perhaps drive the rate below 112. Elsewhere, Sweden's Riksbank gathers to decide on monetary policy as well. Having delivered a more aggressive than expected rate cut at the previous meeting, we expect officials to stand pat today and monitor the effects of the prior measures. The aforementioned rate cut was the result of fears that confidence in the inflation target may weaken from persistently low inflation. Since then, inflation accelerated by more than anticipated in March, suggesting that the underlying inflation trend is moving in the desired direction. In our view, this has eased some pressure on the bank to act again in the near term, unless a sudden strengthening in SEK starts to threaten the path of consumer prices. Indeed, the krona has appreciated since the latest meeting, and although the bank is more likely to refrain from acting today, we expect an easing bias in the statement accompanying the decision. Policymakers could reiterate their pledge to intervene in the currency market if SEK strengthens further, something that could weaken the currency on the news. As for today's indicators, from the UK we get retail sales for March, and the forecast is for both the headline and the core figures to have fallen on a monthly basis for a second consecutive month. Both the CBI and the BRC retail sales gauges fell in March, while consumer sentiment surveys were discouraging overall, with the TR Ipsos index declining and the GfK print staying unchanged. All these factors lead us to believe that consumer demand may have remained soft throughout the month, something that could add to the mounting body of evidence suggesting that UK economic activity lost momentum in the first quarter. This could reverse some of the pound's recent gains, at least at the release. From Eurozone we get the preliminary consumer confidence for April, though this is usually not a major market mover. In the US, the Philadelphia Fed Business Activity Index for April is forecast to decline somewhat, but to remain safely above the crucial zero mark. This could increase speculation for another print above 50 in the ISM manufacturing PMI, which comes out on the 2nd of May. Initial jobless claims for the week ended on the 15th of April are expected to have increased from the previous week. This would leave the 4-week moving average more or less unchanged. Besides ECB President Draghi, Bank of England Governor Mark Carney speaks today as well. For more information, including technical analysis, please read the full comment on IronFX.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more training ideas. This is Charalambos Pissouros, Senior Analyst at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.